Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear brothers and sisters. It's Strides and we're back with another show. We got Imran again.
Assalamu alaikum wa
And
rahmatullah.
today's show is one of them shows where, it's a statement everyone hears all the time. And I've actually never ever seen someone actually discuss it. So, you know what? It's the statement, I'll pray when I'm older, man.
Yeah.
I got time. And realistically, everyone knows what's going to be said, but we need to bring some direction to this topic. And yeah, man, so let's just go straight into it. What do you have to say to someone who's going to come and tell you, bro,
I'm going to pray when I'm older.
I'm going to pray when I'm older?
Not right. I'm not ready right
yet.
now. Not ready. Okay, the first thing I want to say to you is mashallah. That's a good sign. First thing I'll say to you, that is good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. But it shows good.
Yeah.
It shows there's good in you. Why? Because it shows that you know the importance of the prayer. And it shows that you want to become better. Because you know prayer is better. It makes you a better person. So you know one day I want to be this ideal Muslim or Muslim, boy or girl. Now that's good. So that means there's hope for you. You know what I'm saying? But now, that's the good part. Let's discuss the bad part. The bad part is, like straightforward. Who promised you tomorrow? Who promised you tomorrow? Imam Hassan al-Basri used to say that nothing has misguided the people more than this false thought in their minds that I will live. Nothing has prevented the people from repentance more than this false thought that I'm going to live. Like, wallahi, who promised you tomorrow? We're hearing about people die. And you always think it's not going to happen to me till it happens to you.
Yeah, and then it's too late.
And it's too late.
No, it's true, man.
Wallah, I remember I used to have this belief, man. I used to genuinely believe. In my head, I had even an age. 40. That was the age when I was like, I'm going to start praying. Start leaving music behind, leaving all these things behind. But man, honestly, bro. Like, who promised you tomorrow?
Yeah. And most definitely, I think a lot of people, they get so sucked in to, society and whatnot, that they stop actually thinking that time is something that no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has in control.
Yeah.
If like what's sad, yeah? A lot of people see every single day people dropping, people dying. And every single death is a reminder to you, or it should be a reminder for you.
It's not a reminder for the person who died, because his
Exactly.
time's up. But Allah's trying to tell you, look, I'm taking people around you.
Exactly.
Like, you're in line.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, to say, I'm going to pray. I used to have this kind of mentality as well, It's not even about, people cover it up and say, it's not about the age, innit?
Yeah.
Or the time. It's just, I'm not ready, man. It's just, I want to have that connection and then pray. I want to be at a level where, I know I have my connection with Allah, so that when I go into the prayer, I'm going to have that connection, which is, alhamdulillah, a good way of thinking, that you actually want to have khushu, concentration, a connection in your salah with Allah. That's good. But let me ask you a question, yeah? How are you going to develop a connection with Allah if you don't pray? That's the direct way of connecting with Allah.
See, here's the thing, Akya. Like, a lot of people don't realise, because I know a lot of people back in, Jahiliyyah, and people that when I give da'wah to them sometimes, they say to me, listen fam, I'm not ready. Like, I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for, what I'm saying? And they always, like, when I try to ask them, like, what are you waiting for? They can't put it in words, but I understand what they mean. They're waiting for some kind of a spiritual experience or something to click in their heart. But my question is, like, what are you waiting for? Like, lightning to come out of the sky and the window to gush open and like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works. Iman, in other words, belief, or that spirituality that you're looking for, it doesn't just randomly switch on one day. Rather, we know exactly how to make that feeling come. When you say I'm not ready, we know how to bring about that readiness, and that happens through actions that are righteous. Because this spirituality that you're waiting for is called iman. It's called belief. You know what I'm saying, in the Arabic language. So belief, and the believers are the ones who have this belief. Now pay attention. Allah, when He described the people who have iman, what did He describe them as? people who pray, they guard their prayer, they give charity. They don't fornicate, they don't break promises. In Surah Al-Mu'minun, right? Allah described them through actions, which shows us that the reason why they have iman, the reason why they feel ready, they feel that spirituality, is because of righteous actions that they were doing. You see? Whereas a person who doesn't do righteous actions, he won't have no spirituality. So you have to do something in order to get that righteousness. That feeling doesn't just come one day. In fact, that feeling of that spirit, that iman, that faith, it gets weak. When we say your iman drops, it gets weak with more sins that you do. So you're like, I'm going to carry on doing sins until one day my iman's going to go up. But it's not going to happen. That day is going to be even further away. You know why? Because the sins that you are going to do is going to make your iman even lower. It's going to make your faith, your belief, that spiritual feeling that you feel, it's going to kill it. So imagine it's like a light. Imagine like there's a light inside of you. The sins that you do make that light diminish even more. And you want that light to get bright. What is the oil for that light? It's the worship. It is the prayer. Pray. You're not doing it now. Do it for a week. Watch, that light will get bright. Suddenly, a week later, you'll be like, oh my days, I need this. But it doesn't come till you start doing it, man.
No, most definitely. It's like, you know, this is a point that has to be, you know, like sort of, what's the word?
Driven home.
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is, like I set a challenge to the viewers. Pray for a week. A week, every single prayer on time. You know, you pray your prayers, right? And then next week, try and not pray. As in, don't do that, but look at the feeling when you tell yourself, like, I don't want to pray. You want to pray.
He's not saying don't pray.
No, I'm not saying don't pray.
But what he means is,
like,
try and entertain the thought.
Exactly.
Like, pray for a week.
Sucked in.
Yeah.
You're going to get... And this is what I was telling you even before we started the show. I was telling you, how is it possible that someone can actually even want to delay the salah, wanting to pray?
Yeah, why would you want to
do? You know what the salah has for you? Do you know the subhanallah, the reward? Let's not even think about the reward. Once a person goes into the salah, it's them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and every single thing that's happening around them is like vanishes, and all they're thinking about is their conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's their conversation with Allah that they're having. And Allah calls you only 5 times a day. And you know, a lot of times we say, no one really even calls you 5 times a day. Like, no one has that sort of love for you to be able to tell you, come to me.
But Allah, who doesn't need you.
Allah doesn't even require anything from you, but Allah still calls you.
5 times.
5 times a day.
Chat to me.
SubhanAllah.
And you turn away.
Wow, man. Just think about it, bro. Like, how many years you're going to waste that chance you could have had to be talking to Allah every single day. But you want to waste that and wait until a day comes. You know what it is,
You'd
bro?
rather talk to a girl on the phone.
Exactly.
But you don't want to talk to Allah.
And you know what it is, bro? People don't actually understand. They go through so many troubles every single day. People go through depression. People go through, you know, heartbreak. People go through family problems. People go through financial issues. And yet, they're delaying the one thing that can solve all of their problems. Which is the salah.
And you might say, well, when I pray, I don't feel that. Or when how's prayer going to solve these problems? It's like I said to you, it's one of those things that you got to do it. And then you feel it afterwards. Don't do it for a day. Like, you've been sinning for maybe like 10 years and you want to pray for a day and feel it again. No, like I said, pray for at least a week. Pray for it and wallahi, you'll feel it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly, can I share a hadith with you guys? This hadith changed my life, bro. This hadith made me start praying. Like I told you, I was one of those guys who used to say, I'll wait till I'm older. Yeah? I remember I heard this hadith when the Prophet ﷺ said to Abdullah ibn Umar, who was a companion of the Prophet, he grabbed him by the shoulder and he said, be in this life like a traveller that's just passing by. Kind of like, you know, if say when I want to go Pakistan, yeah? If I want to go Pakistan from the UK, sometimes not a direct flight, I got to stop in Dubai, right? So that's what you call transit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Period,
you're just passing by, right? So am I gonna set up my house in Dubai airport? Am I gonna, you know, take up my garms and start setting? No, because I know I'm only here for a few hours, then I'm going. So the Prophet's saying, be in this life like that, like you're waiting for transfer to the next life. And then he said, also be like a stranger. Okay. Now that affected this companion so much that after, when the Prophet died, peace be upon him, and this companion used to go and teach this hadith that he learnt to other people. He used to say the following, and this is what touched me, bro. He said, when you go sleep at night, because the Prophet said be like a traveller, right? Any minute your flight's going to go. Any minute the angel death's going to come and take you to the next life, right? Or Allah's going to call you to transition to the next life. The same way, you know, that companion, when he used to tell this hadith, he used to say, when you go sleep at night, don't expect to wake up in the morning. And when you go and wake up in the morning, don't expect to go back to sleep to the night. Like, you're sleeping at night, right? In your sleep, your flight might come, and it's your time to board the plane to the next life. Wallahi, that was enough to make me feel like, you know, bruv, this is game over, bruv. I need to start praying that. And like I said, the more I prayed, and I'm praying, but I still had like female friends. Like on my phone, I still had female friends. Yeah, and it's like suddenly I'm like, okay, I'll stop talking. Like I'm praying, but I can't. Like, you know, music. I've got all these things. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll leave this in a few years. But it's suddenly, like I told you, the more you pray, the more you increase. The more I'm like, no, brother, let me delete these girls. Let me delete this music. Let me move this all to the side. And then there you go, bro.
I remember as well, yeah. I was sitting in one of my classrooms in the sixth form, and this is sort of the time, yeah, where I was getting given da'wah, right? People were, like, the person who was giving me da'wah was telling me, why don't you just pray? Like, you're telling me, you know, you want to change and you want to do good, but you've got all of these things around. I'm not telling you to drop these things. I'm telling you, just start praying. Just start praying, and you will eventually see what benefit comes out of it.
Yeah.
So I took that advice and I went home, and for about 1 week, 2 weeks, I started praying. And then, wallahi, bro, I don't think after 2 weeks, like, I stopped going to the studio. Like, all of the contacts I had on my phone that I wasn't supposed to have, they were slowly going. I remember when I came and linked you for the first time, back then on my Instagram, I used to follow people that I didn't want to follow. I remember slowly after, it's gradually decreased. And I don't know what happened, except that in my life I just started praying. Like, I wasn't doing classes then. I wasn't reading Quran. Like, I didn't know how to read Quran then. I wasn't, you know, doing all of the things that I'm doing now. I wasn't making videos, all of this sort of stuff. I wasn't doing it. The only thing that I changed in my life was that I just started praying. So, wallahi, that's how powerful the salah is. That the salah, it guards you from all of this, you know, sinning and all of this evil that's going around you. It's like a shield. You know, like in the cartoons, they used to have like that kind of magnetic field that comes over you and nothing can distract you.
Salah's like
that's exactly, you know, what the salah gives you.
Did Allah not say, Inna salata tanha anil fahshahi wal munkar? That the salah, verily, it prevents you from filth.
Yeah.
Like the salah prevents, and that's how it works, man.
So, like, brothers and sisters, man, like, it's not even about a time issue. Why wouldn't you want to pray now? You know, you want success. As, you know, Allah said in Surah Mu'minun, verily the ones who, you know, have khushu in the salah are the ones who are successful. Those who pray are the ones who are going to be successful.
Successful in this life and the next, man.
So, wallahi, brothers and sisters, it's not even about that. Like, start praying and you'll see, wallahi, your life is just going to change.
At least, like Brother Stride said, just say, just don't even commit. Sometimes it's scary to be like, I'm going to start praying for the rest of my life. Just say for 1 week, I'm not going to miss a single prayer. Just say that. 1 week, I'm not going to miss a single prayer. And see what happens.
It's like, bro, just to end it on this, everyone, when they start in Ramadan, what's the one thing that everyone changes? Everyone starts to pray.
Yeah.
5 times a day, everyone starts to pray. And look,
not everyone, but a lot.
Majority of people start to pray.
A huge amount, yeah.
And that changes so many people's mindsets in the month. Like, they stay away from the sin.
Real talk, the first time I started praying 5 times a day was in Ramadan.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah.
So, wallahi, brothers and sisters, man, you know, start praying. And don't put too much of a burden on yourself. Like the brother was saying, don't try and tell yourself, oh, I'm going to pray for the rest of my life. Start and you will see what happens.
I'm saying start for a week and then you will start praying for the rest of it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not saying
pray for 1 week and then just leave it in there. No, we're not saying
you have to do it for the rest of from now. You have to start for the rest of your life. But we're saying just say it to yourself 1 week. And I'm saying see what happens.
Yeah, inshallah.
But inshallah ta'ala, I think we'll leave it there, man. It was a nice show, inshallah. Hopefully we'll catch you guys in the next show. Remember, if you guys are watching this, pass this video around to those who benefit. We made this show specifically for those who are not practicing. This show, we only discuss problems for people who are not practicing. When they want to start practicing. So this is for you guys specific. So inshallah ta'ala, hopefully we see you on the next show of Real Talk.
Assalamu alaikum wa
Alaikum assalam wa
rahmatullah.
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.